I made a few tools.
Oh, big handle. Very nice.
What do you got stuck in there? Skew?
Yep.
It's a hot 6x14 by 200 high strength steel. And here's another one I got a little radius on.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you buying your steel, Carol?
Pardon?
Where did you buy your steel?
Off of Amazon. I think it was iCell or something like that.
Okay. I luck out. I have a online metal.com warehouse here. So if they have it in the warehouse, I don't have to pay shipping. So I like them. But you got to be close to a warehouse.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
I've not tried to find a supplier here. Those were cherry handles, and this is a Hadoop,
Nice.
and this is a little bit thicker.
Wow. That's a doozy.
Those are nice tools.
Yeah, they made nice tools. There's another Hadoop handle,
Yeah.
a little bit sharper.
Very nice.
Yep.
That could actually pass as a negative brake scraper.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I use it for.
So in my drill press here, I have a set of V jaws for drill and pen blanks. They're magnetic. They clamp on. You can adjust them around. And what I like about them, no matter, I was drilling odd sizes today. I can slide this in here. Hold it from the bottom with my finger. Get it in the V block and it's centered. It's automatically centered because I'm using those V blocks. Those V blocks will put any square or not square piece in the center because the V blocks take up the slack for drilling that hole. You don't, very rarely do I ever move this vise to center these parts, no matter what size they are. They'll pretty much always come out in the center. Unless you go to something really big like these may not, but they're way oversized. This is a standard 1-inch blank. This is 1 1/4 inch blank. This one might not come out in the center. And as you can see, it doesn't fit in my system very well. So I'd have to move my jig because it's hitting the base of this machine. So any questions with how to make these V blocks? Does everybody know how to make those?
What kind of material you're using?
This is just HTP plastic.
Okay.
So what I do is I cut, if I can get it to focus, I cut a slot in the middle first, the depth that I want. I tilt the table saw blade to 45 degrees and make 2 passes. This starts out as one piece like this, and then I cut it in half to get my 2 sides. Because then the V blocks are identical to one another. I can flip them over, do whatever I want to them, and they'll always be centered on themselves. Like so, because you cut the V at the same time. And that's provided your rip fence and your table saw cuts straight, but hopefully you have that adjusted correctly. This is my homemade pen press that I've made myself. I've made probably 10 or 15 of these. So now you're just going to press this in here, just like you would build a regular pen.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Yeah, I want to show you a jig that I made for a cutting round stock. And
Yeah,
it's just a couple pieces of plywood with a piece of 3x3 pine cut with a 45-degree angle.
Mhm.
And then you lay your stock right in here. And you don't have to, and you can hold it down a lot easier. And you don't have to worry about it rolling on you.
mm.
Yeah. You'd use
It's
that.
a whole lot safer than just trying
Slices?
to hold it.
I'll be using that to cut off the top of that casting.
Yes.
Have
And
you got
that's
a
what I
track?
got.
on it? Bob, have you got a
Thank you, Bob.
it to go into the miter slot? Or is it freehand?
Well, I couldn't hear you.
Okay, on your sled,
Uh-huh.
you have miter track underneath it to fit in your miter block on your miter slot?
No, because this way, sometimes what I'll do is I'll cut a piece of wood that's got a bend in it. And I like to make a bolt out of that. And I can cut any kind of angle I want to.
Gotcha.
Well, you
Okay.
could put a track on it if you wanted to. And
Okay,
you don't, but you'd be limited to just cutting one way.
gotcha.
This way you could cut like this or like that.
Okay.
That way
Great
you
And
idea.
I
can do
didn't
weight
bother, when I
rolls.
cut this is just a piece of pine. I didn't sand it or anything. I left it rough. So you have a little more friction. Yeah, for holding your log with.
Right.
I wish you'd all seen that before I lost my fingerprints. People think I joined the WITSEC.